Well, the Maritime Self-Defense Force conducted trilateral military exercise with the Australian Defence Force and the USS Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group in the disputed South China Sea. This happened on Tuesday. Now, the move, the latest show of naval might in the waters, was sure to anger China. The exercises in the Philippine Sea by the navies is seen as a chance to emphasize all three nations and their commitment to free and open Indo-Pacific. In fact, during the joint training, the three navies were also conducting integrated maritime operations in an all-domain warfighting environment that would help their response to any situation.
Pompeo claimed to act in accordance with international law, but everyone knows that the US is used to seeking its own interests in the name of what it calls safeguarding international law. In fact, it is not China, but the US that's escalating militarization of the South China Sea and ratcheting up tension. Public reports show that in the first half of the year, US military aircraft have been sighted more than 2,000 times over the South China Sea. The US has also encouraged its allies to send warships to these waters as well. We want to tell Pompeo that the South China Sea is not America's Hawaii.
We started this morning by talking at length about the Chinese Communist Party's malign activity in the Indo-Pacific region and indeed all around the world. The United States commends the Morrison government for standing up for democratic values and the rule of law, despite intense, continued, coercive pressure from the Chinese Communist Party to bow to Beijing's wishes. We also discussed COVID-19 pandemic. The United States commends Australia for publicly condemning China's disinformation campaign and insisting on an independent review into this virus's origin.
We reiterated our commitment to holding states to account when they breach international norms and laws, as we have done and will continue to do so in relation to China's erosion of freedoms in Hong Kong.
The United States seeks a constructive, results-oriented relationship with the PRC, but we will stand firm in upholding the international rules-based order, and we applaud Australia for pushing back against the CCP's brazen economic threats and coercive behaviour.
Secretary Esper and I signed a statement of principles on alliance defence cooperation and on force posture priorities in the Indo-Pacific. This builds on our successful force posture cooperation over the past 10 years, and it will drive the next decade of our defence cooperation in the Indo-Pacific.
The US and Australia keep talking about the so-called China threat. They're also defaming and smearing China over a range of issues. We express our strong dissatisfaction and firm opposition to this. We urge the United States and Australia to change their behavior towards China, stop interfering in China's internal affairs and harming China's interests, and create favorable conditions for the development of bilateral relations. We also urge the US and Australia to play a constructive role in ensuring regional peace, stability, and development.